Hey, and welcome. When we hear the word resources, most of us think of money, time, or maybe energy. But resources are wider than that and often much closer than we realize. A resource is anything that supports your life, anything that helps you recover, adapt, grow, or feel a little more capable in the world. And once you start noticing them, you begin to see that you're not only running out all the time, you're also surrounded by things that can refill you if you learn how to recognize them. This video is an invitation to expand the idea of resources beyond the obvious and to explore them with curiosity, lightness, and even a bit of joy. Chapter 1: What counts as a resource? More than you think. A helpful way to define a resource is simple. A resource is anything that increases your capacity to cope, to focus, to connect, to rest, to keep going, to heal. That means resources aren't only external things like money or tools. They can be internal, social, emotional, and environmental. Let's walk through a few kinds, gently, because this is one of those topics that becomes more powerful the more personal it gets. 1. Physical resources. These are the basics, but they're not basic in their impact. Sleep, nutrition and hydration, movement, sunlight, a calm nervous system, medical support when needed, rest that truly restores. Physical resources are like the ground under your feet. When they're stable, you can hold more complexity. When they're depleted, everything feels heavier, even problems that are objectively small. 2. Cognitive resources. These are the mental tools that help you navigate life. Attention, memory, planning, clarity, perspective, your ability to learn and make sense of things. Your cognitive resources increase when you have structure, fewer distractions, and enough quiet to think. They decrease when you're overloaded, chronically stressed, or trying to do everything at once. Sometimes the best resource isn't a new trick. It's a reduction in noise. 3. Emotional resources. These are not being happy all the time. They're your inner stabilizers, self-compassion, emotional awareness, emotional tolerance, the ability to soothe yourself, resilience after setbacks. One of the most underrated resources is the ability to be kind to yourself while still being honest. Because when your inner voice becomes supportive rather than punishing, you recover faster. You try again sooner. You don't waste energy fighting yourself. 4. Social resources. Humans are not built to do life alone, even if we're very good at pretending. Social resources include friendships, mentors, communities, colleagues you trust, therapy or coaching, a single person who gets it, healthy boundaries. A social resource isn't just having people around. It's having at least one relationship that makes you feel more like yourself, not less. 5. Environmental resources. Your surroundings are not neutral. They shape your nervous system. Environmental resources can be a tidy space that reduces mental friction, a comfortable chair, a park nearby, a quiet corner, music that softens you, a room that feels safe, even a well-set-up desk that invites you to begin. Sometimes a resource is simply a place where your body can unclench. 6. Practical resources. The everyday supports that make life easier. Routines, checklists, calendars, automation, savings buffers, meal prepping, templates. A default plan for stressful days. Knowing who to call when something breaks. Practical resources reduce decision fatigue. They keep your life from constantly demanding fresh willpower. 7. Meaning resources. This category matters more than people admit. Values, purpose, spirituality, creativity, a sense of direction, the feeling that your life is connected to something bigger than today's stress. Meaning is a resource because it changes how pain is carried. It doesn't erase difficulty, it gives it context. A candle doesn't remove the darkness, but it changes the room. Meaning is a resource because it changes how pain is carried. It doesn't erase difficulty, it gives it context. Chapter 2: How to find your personal resource map. Here's a gentle truth. Resources are individual. What fills one person might drain another. Some people recharge by being alone. Others recharge through conversation. So rather than asking, what are resources? In an abstract way, a better question is, what resources work for me and when? Step 1. Notice what restores you versus what distracts you. Restoration feels like, I feel more human afterward. My body softened. I can think again. I feel slightly more capable. Distraction can be helpful too, but it often feels like I avoided my feelings. I feel numb or scattered. I need more of it to feel okay. Neither is bad. The point is simply awareness. Because once you notice the difference, you can choose more intentionally. Step 2. Build a small menu of resources. Not a 50-step routine. A menu. Think in 3 sizes. Micro resources, meso resources, and macro resources. Micro. 1 slow exhale, a glass of water, a short stretch. Meso. A walk without a podcast, journaling, calling a friend, cooking a simple meal. Macro. Therapy, nature trips, creative projects, deeper rest. The goal is not to optimize your life into a machine. The goal is to have options, so when your energy drops, you don't have to think your way out from zero. Step 3. Identify hidden resources you already have. Sometimes the most powerful resources are the ones you forget you own. Your sense of humor, your ability to learn, your patience with others, your past resilience, skills you've built quietly over years, your curiosity, your ability to ask for help. A beautiful exercise is to ask, what has helped me survive before? Because you often have proof, real proof that you can recover. Chapter 3. Where to find information and inspiration with lightness. Now for the fun part, how to explore resources without turning it into pressure. Because even self-care can become a performance. Let's replace should with curiosity. 1. Follow your questions, not your guilt. Questions invite exploration. Guilt invites shutdown. 2. Look in 3 places: science, stories, and your own experience. Science offers evidence-based tools. Stories reveal resources you didn't know you needed. Your own life gives you data every time you feel slightly more okay. Pay attention to moments when you feel slightly more okay. What preceded that? A walk, a conversation, a shower, a tidy room. Your body is giving you data all the time. 3. Use inspiration hunting like a calm hobby. Make it playful, like collecting seashells. Create a note called Things That Help. Every time you encounter something that genuinely supports you, write it down. A quote, a breathing practice, a playlist, a cafe that feels peaceful, a book, a simple meal that stabilizes you, a phrase that softens your inner critic. Over time, you build a personal library, not because you're broken, because you're human. 4. Curate your inputs. Your feed is either a resource or a drain. If your media makes you feel behind, not enough, rushed, or ashamed, then it's costing you capacity. Try following creators who make you feel calmer, more compassionate, more curious, or more grounded. This isn't avoidance, it's nourishment. 5. Explore resources in the real world. Libraries, museums, parks, and long walks, community classes, volunteering, support groups, local cafes where you can think. Sometimes the best resource is a place that reminds you, life is bigger than your current loop. 6. Keep it light. One experiment at a time. Don't overhaul your life. Run small experiments. Tonight I'll try a 10-minute walk after dinner. Tomorrow I'll write one honest paragraph. Resources are discovered through repetition, not intensity. If you take one thing from this video, let it be this. Resources aren't only what you lack. They're also what you can learn to notice. Some resources are big. Money, time, support. Some are small. A single exhale, a kind sentence, a window of sunlight, and you don't need to find all of them at once. Just start building a relationship with the question, what helps me feel more capable? Not as a demand, as a gentle form of care, because a well-resourced life isn't a perfect life. It's a life where you know how to refill yourself again and again with enough lightness that it actually feels possible. Are there specific topics you're interested in or a particular question you'd like answered in your life? Let me know in the comments. Subscribe now and join me on your journey toward more clarity and inner strength.